The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hola, muy buenas tardes para todos y para todas. Bienvenidos a nuestra sesión de información con la Universidad de Nebraska. Excusas por la tardanza, teníamos algunos temitas técnicos que estábamos solucionando aquí en el background, pero ya estamos listos para iniciar. Hoy tenemos con nosotros a Brent Schmoker, nuestro coordinador de producto de la universidad, quien va a compartir con nosotros una presentación muy interesante sobre qué es lo que hace especial a la Universidad de Nebraska. Recuerden que si tienen preguntas las pueden hacer utilizando la ventana de preguntas o de chat ubicada en la parte inferior del panel de control. Así que bienvenidos nuevamente, gracias por la paciencia y paso entonces el control de la presentación a Brent en Nebraska.
Thanks, David. Thanks, everyone, for your participation today. As he said, I work at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln in the United States as the product coordinator and international recruitment specialist for undergraduate students hoping to do their bachelor's degree at the University of Nebraska. I will give you a quick presentation that highlights the main special points about the university. I'll talk to you about admissions requirements, scholarship, cost per year, and then some additional materials that David and I have prepared, especially for Latin America. So first of all, this is a picture of our campus. You're looking out onto about maybe 10% to 20% of our campus. It's a large green campus with a lot of students living there. It's a residential campus. The University of Nebraska is a public university in the central region of the United States. We are a member of what's called the Big Ten Conference, which is a collection of 10 universities in the central US, basically ranging from Pennsylvania through Michigan, Illinois, Iowa, and the state of Nebraska. So many of the largest, most famous universities in this region of the US. These universities are most well known for their programs in engineering, business, the sciences, as well as being large universities with big sports teams and the very typical American campus experience. Here are some fast facts about the university on the next few slides that come. This slide just shows the history, mentions the ranking of the university, the fact that it's a very safe location, and it's also ranked as a best buy by the FISC Guide to Colleges. And the reason it's a best buy is because of the affordable cost of tuition, strong scholarship support, and really good job outcomes that our students tend to have. Some additional facts here. In the latest US News and World Report publication, we are the number 58 public university, and we're number 124, considering all public and private universities in the United States. So out of more than 4,000 universities evaluated, we're number 124. We offer 150 different academic majors, and we have a very large and diverse student population on our campus. We have 26,000 total students, 21,000 doing the bachelor's degree or undergraduate. From 135 different countries, we have more than 3,000 international students. From Mexico, Colombia, and other parts of Latin 200 students from these countries. So Nebraska would be the perfect place to come for students that are looking for a location that they'll have the chance to engage with other students from Latin America if they choose the majority of the time with students from the United States or other countries. So it's to really learn the culture and learn to speak English like perfectly. It's a different type of experience than a student may have if they go to a place like Miami or Texas, where there's a much stronger Latino community. But there is a good presence of Latin American students as well, in case students are looking for that at Nebraska. So now I'll get into some of our most famous alumni and academic programs. Our most famous alumni is Warren Buffett, who is currently the third richest man in the world, the best investor of the last 100 years, basically. He is a Nebraska Business Administration alumni and still lives in the state of Nebraska and still comes and does events on our university campus from time to time. We've also had Nobel Prize winning scientists, Pulitzer Prize winning journalists, and a recent CEO of Twitter. So our alumni are doing some really exceptional things. The university is divided into 8 different academic colleges, which are shown here. The most famous programs or most well-ranked or well-regarded programs at Nebraska would be our College of Business, our College of Engineering, our College of Journalism, and our College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources for any students that are looking to study topics related to food production or the environment. Here are some of our majors that are ranked in the top 10 in the United States. One especially to highlight here would be our Biological Systems Engineering. It's a top 10 engineering program in that area. Any students that are interested in studying life sciences or medicine or looking to go into a research career for biomedical engineering, this is one of the best programs in the United States for it. And it's great because it's a smaller program. There's only probably 40 to 50 students in each class. And so they receive a lot of attention from their professors, a lot of chances to do research and internships in the area. So biological systems engineering is a great choice. The next slide shows a few more programs that are also top ranked. Our business school is ranked number 45, and that includes 10 different majors that are all of extremely high quality. So some examples would be administration, accounting, international business, actuarial science, and finance. All of those programs are very well ranked with very good job outcomes at the University of Nebraska. So business is probably the first area that I would choose if I were in the place of a study abroad agency or consultant trying to identify the best program to promote for the University of Nebraska. But in close second place would be our engineering programs. Our engineering school is ranked number 82, and in contrast to some of the other engineering colleges in the United States, this college offers 10 different majors. It offers scholarship to international students, which is quite rare and different in the United States. Most engineering colleges will not offer scholarships. And the other great feature is that it offers direct entry into the program from the very beginning, from the first semester. So a lot of engineering schools, like for example, the University of Michigan, students will be placed into the first year of kind of general studies and have to do some additional coursework before they're actually admitted into the engineering college. But at Nebraska, we offer international students direct entry right from the beginning. Another main point about our business college is that we just opened a brand new facility, a brand new college of business, which you can see a picture here on the left side. This construction cost about $80 million to complete, and students taking any of the 10 business majors will take the majority of their classes in these brand new classrooms. And so the infrastructure is second to none. It's really excellent. International students are guaranteed on-campus housing for the first year, and we have 17 different residence halls to choose from for students that want to live on campus. Our campus has been ranked repeatedly as one of the safest in the United States, and the city of Lincoln is also extremely safe and easy and welcoming place for students to live. If students are 19 years old or older on the first day of class, they do have the option to live off campus as well, and that can help reduce their cost of housing and food and everything like that. But it is recommended that most students live on campus the first year. The next slide is a little bit about student life. In addition to students having the option to study and have a part-time job, they also have the chance to play sports or participate in clubs so that they have a really holistic experience at Nebraska. We have 500 different clubs and organizations, including 20 different ones that have an international focus. We also have a lot of programs and special events and activities just for our international students to make sure that they're really engaged and having a great experience and adjustment to the United States. This slide shows a little bit about the city of Lincoln. Lincoln is a medium-sized city in the United States. It's the capital city of the state of Nebraska, and it's routinely ranked as one of the best cities to live, study, and to work. And the reasons for that are very high rate of employment, which makes it easier to find jobs. It's very safe and it's very affordable. For you to have an idea, living off campus in a nice apartment near the university, the cost of rent would only be $500 to $600 per month, and that compares very favorably with other parts of the United States where the cost of rent might be 3 or 4 times higher than that. Lincoln is much more affordable, but at the same time, it still has a really enjoyable quality of life. There's a lot of things to do for students, and it's just a really great place to live and study. We do also have a career services office that works very closely with international students. From the first year, students with the F1 visa are able to work on campus at the university for 20 hours per week during the semester. And one advantage to Nebraska being a large school is that there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of selection of job opportunities for students. So most international students that really want to find a job on campus will have success at Nebraska. And then starting in year 2 or perhaps year 3, students have the option to apply for a special visa extension that's called Curricular Practical Training, or CPT. And CPT offers the ability for students to go off campus and work for an actual American employer or an American company. Many times these internships or co-op experiences are paid. And so the student is working and actually receiving a salary from an American employer. Just recently, last week, I met a Brazilian student who's in will find them at Nebraska, and our career services office will be there to 6 different options for proving English proficiency. The most popular in Latin America tend to be TOEFL, which is a TOEFL score of 70 with a writing subscore of 20. Or also, alternatively, students can use the SAT, and if they have at least a 26 in the reading section, they won't need to do TOEFL or IELTS. And so SAT is another attractive option. For students looking to study architecture, education, engineering, or journalism, we do look for a higher TOEFL score. So be sure to inform students about that before they start their application. Now I'll be moving over to cost of attendance per year, and I'll start by saying that this is the starting cost, and it's just an estimation of how much it will cost. And David and I are here to support you in explaining realistically what the actual cost would be for students. The most important prices to look at here are tuition and fees, which is $25,000 per year for 2 semesters, and housing and meal plan, which would be all inclusive of all the expenses of living and food every meal for every day of the week, is $11,570. The total I-20 value that students need to show on their bank statement is $44,000. But the good thing about Nebraska is that we do offer really supportive scholarships for students from Latin America. So again, for students that have grades of 4 and 5 in Colombia, or 3.5 out of 4.0 on the United States scale, they have the opportunity to earn a really nice scholarship. I would say that pretty much all of our applicants will earn at least the $2,000 per year scholarship, but the highest scholarship goes up to $14,500 per year, and it's renewable annually, which means that they earn the same value of scholarship every year for all 4 years. So if you do the math, if we had a student earn the $12,000 scholarship, we can go back and subtract that amount from the tuition, and the student's left with about $13,000 per year instead of $25,000. So it's a savings of more than 50% on tuition. The other thing I'll show you is just our application deadlines. So the next semester is starting on August 20th, and we ask students to apply by May 1st to earn the best scholarship. But to be honest, if they apply in May and even the first 1 or 2 weeks of June, there's still time to earn the maximum scholarship and still get their visa and prepare all their documents and everything to still join Nebraska by August 20th. We do ask that all students arrive to campus by August 12th, 13th, or 14th, because we have a mandatory orientation and integration session from August 15th to 17th. There's a special session for parents as well, if the families would like to come with them. So there's still over 2 months remaining for students to apply. So it's not too late to apply and earn admission and also a scholarship from the University of Nebraska. The other thing I'll show you is that one thing that's proven really attractive in Latin America is the use of the IB diploma. And so all of the EDUCO partners, but certainly Nebraska, will offer college credit for the IB exams. And so this flyer shows you a little bit. Basically, if the student is scoring high marks on their IB exams, with grades of 5, 6, or 7 on their exams, they have the opportunity to earn over 1 year of credit at Nebraska, and they would actually start as a year 2 student. So they're saving basically an entire year of tuition and living expenses, and they start as a year 2 student. And so that's a really attractive offer for IB students from international baccalaureate high schools. And on top of the transfer credit, we also offer the same scholarships. So there's the ability to earn a scholarship on top of that. The other resource that David and I work together to prepare is an estimation on the first year of expenses. So for example, this is a sheet we prepared for the Bachelor of Science in Psychology at Nebraska. And it's broken down exactly how much everything is going to cost. So we see tuition for the first year for the 2 semesters, $22,425. And then we have a line-by-line description of what all the fees are going to cost. So for example, health insurance in the United States, which is required. We have the library fee, the technology fee. It's all listed there. And then an estimation of if the student lives on campus from the first day of class through the last day of class. So then the total estimation for tuition fees and housing with the exact details listed out. And then remember, that's the starting cost, but we have the scholarships as well, which can help reduce it even further. So those resources are available to you and your staff. And we'll also make available this presentation. At this point, that's everything that I have to share, but I'd be very happy to answer any questions. If anyone has any questions, please feel free. You can either unmute your microphone or type them in the chat box.
Thanks, Brent. Remember that.
Yeah.
Recuerden que si tienen alguna pregunta la pueden hacer en español, si eso se ajusta más a ustedes, y yo con el mayor de los gustos la voy a poder traducir a Brent. Brent también está estudiando español, así que él va a poder entender esas preguntas que ustedes hagan en español.
Exactamente.
Algo muy...
Anything that I...
Oh,
sorry. Anything that I missed or anything else we should highlight that you can think of?
Solamente quiero agregar a lo que ya Brent nos ha mencionado, que en los próximos días vamos a estar haciendo algunas sesiones de orientación en donde si ustedes tienen estudiantes interesados en aplicar para nuestro intake próximo, que es en septiembre, Fall 2018, pueden enviarnos el formulario de aplicación y tener las notas traducidas para que Brent las pueda recibir al menos una semana antes y poder hacer una sesión en donde vamos a determinar si el estudiante tiene posibilidades de ser admitido y dar lineamientos generales frente a las posibilidades de acceder a una beca de las que Brent acaba de hablar. Entonces pienso que va a ser una oportunidad única, gratuita y fundamental para que sus estudiantes puedan tener una aproximación a lo que la Universidad de Nebraska les puede ofrecer y al proceso de admisión. Entonces, si están interesados, por favor, me lo dejan saber para que vamos coordinando las citas. Es una sesión que vamos a tener con Brent en la segunda quincena del mes de abril. Así que desde ya les dejo la invitación y los requisitos, que son básicamente el formulario de aplicación de Nebraska y las notas traducidas del colegio.
Great.
Okay, I don't think we have any questions today.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem. If you guys think of questions later, don't hesitate to reach out to David or myself. And as he was describing, we're very happy to look at profile of students and even meet with students and families over Skype to give the best idea possible about admissions and also scholarship, even before the student pays the application fee. So whatever we can do to support you and to make the process as easy as possible.
Y una información final, recuerden que la presentación y el video de esta sesión se las voy a mandar en un rato más o en la mañana del día de mañana. Well, thank you so much, Brent, for your time and for the presentation. We'll definitely let you know if there are any questions or anything that our dear partners here would like to know further about the University of Nebraska.
Fantastic. It was my pleasure. Thank you all so much. And we look forward to working with you all in the future as well.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. Hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.